The latest book, The Monks Stand Guard, is about taking captive your thoughts. And we have
Mm,
that verse in the Bible that says that we do have to take captive our thoughts, but what does that mean?
mhm.
And how does that relate to having filters in your brain and singing the Kit Kat song and also singing other songs that, we've heard maybe on the radio or in other places that we just need to not be repeating. They need to not be on repeat in our brains. So the premise is that we have an enemy and he would like us to focus on him, as you so aptly put it earlier when we were talking before we started the recording. And we don't want to give him any more credit than he already takes for himself. We don't want to use up any of our brain cells contemplating him when God tells us to think about God and whatever is true and good and lovely and honorable and, all of those
Mhm.
things from Philippians 4:8. So here the monks have to learn that instead of allowing the thought about maybe I should leave the monastery, instead of letting it settle in their hearts and come out of their mouths, that instead they have to recognize that it's not a thought from God and then stop it. And my favorite line in this whole book is when the monk sticks out his hand and he says, "Away, bad thought, in Jesus' name." And it shows him, putting armor on, because again,
I
too,
love that.
we as Christians have to put on the whole armor of God. And there he is,
Mhm,
yeah, practicing
mhm.
how to send away thoughts that don't belong there. Now, the Eastern Church has a wonderful tool that I use very often when there's something in my head that's on repeat that shouldn't be there, and it's called the Jesus Prayer.